All right, so you're a DIY detailer and you want to figure out how to equip your garage at home. Well, stay tuned next because we're going to go over all the stuff that you need. Hi, I'm Todd Cooperrider with ESOTERIC. Like I said in the intro, you're into detailing, you want to outfit your garage, you want to figure out what are the must-haves. It doesn't matter what kind of car that you've got, it's all about, taking care of it, keeping it looking good. There's some certain things that you definitely want to have. When we're talking about detailing, the cornerstone of detailing is washing. That is the biggest thing that you're going to be doing. We're not talking so much here about paint correction and coating application and everything else. Most people on a weekly basis want to maintain their car, want to wash it, want to keep it looking really good. So given that, one of the biggest things that I think that you need to take a look at is some kind of water filtration system for your garage. Now, this could be something built in, it could be something you have sitting in the garage, something that's sitting outside. If you don't have shade in your driveway in the mornings when you want to wash it, you run the risk of water spotting. And having a proper system at your house is really priceless. Okay, it's not priceless, it's going to cost you some money. That could be, $200 up to $500 plus, depending on how big of a system that you want to go with. We recommend a two-part system. You got refillable resins that you can replace it with once it starts running out. You can put it on casters, make it easily move around. You can permanently mount them against the wall in the garage. But it's probably one of the biggest differences that it can make in your detailing. You're not worried about any kind of staining or spotting once you have a proper water filtration system in there. So you're really into taking care of it, or if you have black cars, you want to have that water filtration system. Now, the next big thing, it's going to save you a lot of time and it's going to save you a lot of aggravation, is a pressure washer. And there are a lot of different pressure washers out there. You can spend as little as $150 up to about $1,500. We've got one here at the shop. 7 years ago, it was $3,500, but it lasts a long time. It's still working. It's a heated pressure washer. You at home, DIY, not going to need that level of pressure washer. So what are some of the things you want to look at with a pressure washer? Well, at the very least, you want like 2+ gallons per minute on it. You want to auto on and off. Once it senses the pressure comes there, it kicks on. Otherwise, you're going back and having to manually turn it off all the time. And you don't want to overlook the hose aspect of it. You want a long hose, preferably something in the 50-foot range. Otherwise, you're constantly dragging that pressure washer around the car, and it kind of does away with all the time savings. But when you're working with a dirty car, you're cleaning wheels, you're cleaning wheel wells, you got bugs in the summer, a pressure washer is the best way to go, and you'll find other uses for it around the house as well. Now, the other big thing to make that washing process easier is having a blower. We carry the big boy line of blowers here at ESOTERIC. The Blower Pro is by far our most popular dual motor setup on it. I recommend getting the wall mount, getting the extended hose. That way you can keep it in place. You've got plenty of room to walk around the car. After we put a blower into our shop here, saved us a tremendous amount of time, completely changed the way that we were working on cars, dries it off really easy. You're not touching it during the dry off process, and that's one of the biggest things. You want to avoid touching the surface as much as you can. Blower just makes quick work of it, and it is a proper tool for the job. With a big boy, at least you get heated, filtered air, a nice flexible hose, relatively quiet, and produces a tremendous amount of air. Once again, saving you time. Now, these are some of the bigger things that you're going to be buying. Most of the rest of it are smaller. The big investment ones are going to be your blower, going to be your pressure washer, going to be your water filtration system. So what other products do you want, maybe in the lower dollar price point, that are really going to help you out in the process? Well, first thing is your MTM Hydro Foam Cannon Kit. If you have a pressure washer, you need to have a setup like this. And here's another thing to think about too. This whole kit, like our Pro Kit, comes with everything that you need. It's going to cost you a couple $100, give or take, depending on what configuration that you go with. But these things are going to last such a long time. It's going to outlast your pressure washer and everything that you need to get the job done. You know, you can go with a shorty, you can go with the long lance here. Everything is quick disconnect. Having a foam cannon on there, once again, we're talking about washing and not marring the surface. Once you're using the foam cannon, you get to spray everything down. It helps break up all the dirt and debris on the surface, makes the washing process a lot more effective. So this is an absolute must-have. If you have got a pressure washer set up, it's going to make your wash process much, much easier, much more effective, and a lot safer at the same time. So with this, the next thing that you're going to be looking at would be your lighting. Lighting makes all the difference in the world. Now, the perfect way to do it is you want to install fixed lighting up in the ceiling of your garage. Some people have the ability to do that, some don't. But it makes a big, big difference. When you're working on the car, you're looking over everything, lighting makes a huge difference. But even if you have proper lighting on the ceiling, you still want some kind of additional lighting. You're working on wheels, you're working on lower areas, interiors, you know, you're looking in how much dust you got built up in vents, up by your gauges, tons of places inside the car for stuff to hide. You've got proper lighting in there, it's going to make all the difference. So whether it's a bigger unit, you start upwards of about $150, you work your way down to about $60, or you can have a basic flashlight around your house that's going to help you out. Lighting makes all the difference in the world. Here at the shop, you know, we talk to everybody that comes through here. We say your most important tool that you have is your flashlight, because you will see stuff with a flashlight the sun is never going to show you. You're just not going to see in any other conditions. So whether you have got the garage with a single bulb up in the ceiling, or you have full lighting installed, you still want some kind of extra lighting, because it makes all the difference in the world, both interior and exterior of the car. Okay, the next one might seem like overly obvious, but microfiber towels. And we're not talking about going out to the grocery store and buying the cheapest microfiber that you can find. Something like that might be good inside your engine bay or doing exhaust tips. But when you're talking about stuff that's going to be touching the paint, you want a higher quality microfiber towel, and there's going to be a variety. You can have stuff for doing glass. You can have a more general purpose for doing your door jambs and wheels and such. And then you want something a really high quality that's going to be touching the paint. Maybe you're putting on quick detailers, your spray waxes or whatever. You want to have a good selection of these. You want to have some good drying towels, because even if you're using a blower, there's going to be an opportunity to use that drying towel in some of the areas that the water just wants to blow onto the surface. A light wipe will take care of that. So it's not only having the right microfiber towels, it's having the right quantity of microfiber towels. You're not going to get away with having 2 of these and 3 of these and 1 of these. You can easily go through 3 or 4 glass towels if you're cleaning the glass properly on one job. And if you do multiple cars, you can see the need to have more of them. You know, we can easily detail a car, a basic detail on a car, go through about a dozen of these, 8 to 10 are these, 3 or 4 of these on one car. And you don't want to have to worry about, oh, I got to go wash these properly before I can, you know, work on my other car. Have a good selection of it. Even in the pro detailing world, 2 of your biggest expenses that you're going to have are microfiber towels and your polishing pads. Those are the only items that are really touching the surface. So you want the best condition, best quality ones that you can possibly get to maintain your car the right way. And the next thing that we want to make sure that our garage is outfitted with is a proper wash kit. You want 2 minimum, preferably 3 buckets. We've got 1 for washing, 1 for rinse, and 1 separate for your wheels. You want to keep all that stuff separate. And then in at least 2 of those, your rinse bucket and your wash bucket, you want a grit guard. That is going to help keep all of the sediment down low. It's not getting back up into your wash water and contaminating the rest of the car. You want a high quality wash mitt or sponge. We've got these ridiculously soft sponges that we import from Japan that work amazing. We've got other wash mitts available. Geon Smoothie is one of our most popular one. If you've got a car that's a bit dirtier, we'd probably use the Geon Smoothie. If it's something that we're maintaining, particularly if you've got a black car that's nicely polished out and coated and things, having several of these sponges available will definitely treat you well. You want to have dedicated wheel brushes. Nothing looks worse than having a nicely clean car and inner wheel barrels that are dirty. Having a brush that can get back inside there, clean everything up, makes a big difference. And finally, you want a high quality automotive shampoo as well. Geon Bathe, one of our favorites, pH neutral. You can use it in every kind of condition, and you can use it in your foam cannon as well. So having all these things are absolute must-have. You cannot get away with doing basic detailing stuff without having the proper wash items to go along with it. And now on to one of our favorites, which is glass. Nobody likes cleaning glass. I don't like cleaning glass, but you have to have clean glass inside and out. Doesn't matter what the rest of the car looks like. You go, you pull out in the sun, you got streaks and smears and stuff like that. It just ruins the whole car. So a couple simple things you need. You want a good glass cleaner. Windex works great inside your house. They don't do anything in the automotive world, and their products aren't really designed specifically for it. Get yourself a high quality automotive window cleaner. Makes all the difference in the world. Having a glass specific towel to wipe everything down with, and having plenty of them, makes a big difference. You get just a regular kind of towel in there and you're gonna have lint, you're gonna have all kinds of problems. You don't want to use paper towels. Once again, keep your paper towels in the kitchen. Having a glass microfiber is gonna make all the difference. And finally, something that's gonna cost you about a total of $15. You can easily find it on Amazon. This nice tool or something similar for cleaning glass. If you have like a big sedan, the rear windshield is really raked, it's hard to get way back in there. This is perfect for getting all those areas and down into the corners. Likewise, you have a sports car. A lot of times it's really difficult to get way down on the inside of the windshield. This makes a big difference. I mean, ours is all beat up here. We use these things on a day-to-day basis. I can't imagine cleaning glass without it. So don't forget, get all of your proper glass cleaning equipment. It will make your life a lot easier, and it's going to make your glass look much better. Okay, so I know I talked about in the beginning, this is more your DIY person, not really advanced, but some of you out there like machine polishing your paint. It makes a huge, huge difference. The biggest mistakes I see with people getting a polisher and wanting to polish their paint, get rid of defects and stuff, is they don't have enough pads. People will buy them and think that 2 pads are enough. No, 2 pads will do the hood. You need to swap them out. You need to make sure these stay in good condition. If you're doing some tests with some different kind of products, you're going to go through them more quickly. You want to make sure that you have got reserve on hand. Even if I'm doing a one-step polish on a car, we're going to go through probably 6 or 8 full-size pads, probably the same amount of the small pads as well. So make sure if you're doing any kind of machine polishing at home that you have a good supply of pads that are in good condition, and make sure that you store them in a clean, dry place, because the last thing you want is some kind of debris getting on your pad. You put it on the paint and that scratches things up. Don't underestimate the amount of pads that you need to have for proper paint polishing. And finally, you need a chair. I mean, think about it. You're working down the lower areas of the car, you're polishing exhaust tips, you're working on wheels, you're putting some coating on them, getting all the low areas, trying to get bugs off of the front end. Even a simple office chair like this. We have a bunch of these around in the shop. Guys use them all the time. I know for me, older guy with a bad back, I need something like this. Adjustable up and down, slide side to side. And when you're applying something like ceramic coating on the side of a car, this makes it easy because I just roll myself back and forth. But if you have some kind of mechanics cart, something with wheels on it, even an office chair like this, it is going to save wear and tear. You know, last thing you want to do is finish up your detailing, your body is all tired, sore. You younger guys probably don't experience that much, but when you get a little bit older, you definitely will. Having something like this out in your garage makes a big difference. When you get done detailing your car, getting it all cleaned up, you want to jump in that thing, go drive it, have fun, enjoy how it looks. And having a simple tool like this in your garage is going to make a big difference. So hopefully that gives you a little bit better idea of some of the things that we recommend that you have as a DIY person in your garage for watching after your cars, cleaning them up properly. Having the right tools for the job makes a big difference. It will save you some time, it will make you more efficient, and it makes you enjoy the process of detailing your car a little bit more. Well, if you have any recommendations for tools or products that really help you out, leave them in the comment section below, because all the viewers out there learn from everybody else's comments. Or if you have any other questions from us of how we use some of the tools and products in our shop, definitely let us know. I'll get on there and answer everything accordingly. So thank you as always for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscription button, hit the bell to get notified every time we upload a new video. For Esoteric, I'm Todd Cooperrider. Thanks, and we'll see you again in the next video.
Well, you gotta know what I'm gonna make you do next, right?
What?